Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to sit and be fit, because I know that there are a few of you out there that for one reason and another you can't get up and run around right now, but there's no reason why you can't join in and get balance and strength and cardio as well. Alright, so my friends, this is for those of you who, and a lot of you write to me and say, Sophie, I wish I could do all of that yoga and fitness that you do, but for one reason and another, you've got some kind of a disability, or you're recovering from surgery, or whatever the reason is, you have some kind of a disease whereby you have to sit in a chair most of the time and it's unsafe for you to get up and run around and do exercises, not in a chair. Also, this might appeal to some of you who really have an issue with a really big issue with balance, because obviously when you're seated you're a lot safer, okay? But there is no reason, and I'm going to repeat this again, there is no reason why every single person, wheelchair bound, whatever it is, can't do and shouldn't do some kind of daily exercise. It is vitally important for your health, for longevity, and more than anything else, for your state of mind, for happiness. So I'm going to show you some really simple exercises that you can do with a kettlebell in a chair. Now, why I'm using this particular kettlebell, and I've done a whole series of videos with this kettlebell. I found this kettlebell, gosh, I was searching, Googling online a while ago, because I wanted to see if there was such a thing as a portable kettlebell, because I was traveling a lot, and I found that when I got to the hotels, often they either didn't have a gym, or they had some kind of weird, like those gyms that have like really kind of big barbell weights in them. And I'm like, this just doesn't work for me. But I want to keep strong and I want to keep my fitness up when I'm on the road. So lo and behold, when I did my search, this company, PKB, came up. And I was like, wow. Looked at it further and saw, to my amazement, that they did these portable kettlebells that come empty. So when this is empty of any material, it's as light as a canvas shopping bag. And then you basically fill it with either sand, with, I filled some of mine in some of my videos with potatoes that you might have seen, or in a way the best way to fill it, certainly if you're traveling, is with water. And if you filled it with water, you would need to purchase one of the water bladders which go inside of it, which is well worth the investment. Because obviously if I go to a hotel, I can't call down to the concierge and say, have you got sand? Because, can you fill my kettlebell with sand? But water is easy. I can just fill it in the bathroom, okay? Now, why I like this, particularly for these seated exercises, is that it's really safe, it's soft, it works well, you'll see when I do this in a minute, and you can adjust the weight to exactly what you need, because some of you starting off might need a really, really small amount of weight, and only you can tell when you've got your kettlebell and you're sitting and working with it, okay? So the first thing is, let's all sit in our chair, and you want to sit comfortably in your chair. You can wear tennis shoes, or you can have bare feet. I'm just in my yoga pants and bare feet. But very important, before you do anything in a chair, any yoga, any exercises, that you're really stable and centered. So what that means is you'll have to come away from the back of the chair, so you're sitting upright, your sit bones are really planting down into the chair. My feet are hip width apart. My knees are pointing over my middle toes. Okay, so we want none of this or anything going on. There's real integration with the joints and the knees. And then ideally, what you always want your knees stacked directly above your ankles and your heels. Okay, so that is your position. Then when you're in your position, you want to make sure that you always draw your low belly in towards your spine. So even when you're just sitting here, my friends, and beginning your exercises, you're engaging your core muscles, okay? Now, the next thing is, I'm going to take this kettlebell. This probably, with what I've got it filled with sand, I would say is probably about 5 to 8 pounds, which is good. Some of you may want to start with about 2 pounds, but somewhere between 2 and 8 is going to be really good for you. By the way, the link to the kettlebells is going to be in the description to the video, obviously. All right, so this is the first exercise that I'm going to do. It's a really simple one for strength. So I'm holding the kettlebell like so, and I'm just lifting up and lowering down. Now, this may seem really, really simple, but here's what you need to do as you're doing this. And you could practice with a cushion first, is you need to engage your core the entire time, drawing that core back to your spine, because you don't want the core just overarching your low back. Okay, so all the time, belly button back to the spine. Okay, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And the body stays really well stacked, shoulders above the hips, sit bones pressing down, belly in. Now I'm telling you, if you do enough of these, you can do 20 or 30 of those, you're going to really start feeling it in your shoulders and your upper arms. You're gaining rather than losing strength, my friends, and that is what we want, okay? Now, the next exercise, and this is where you're going to get a little bit of cardio, and this is really fun. So I've got the kettlebell here, and when we do standing kettlebell swings, you sort of swing the kettlebell up and down, but you can do it sitting down. Watch how I'm doing this. Up the kettlebell goes, because it's got a really good handle on it. This I love. You can do this sitting at your desk. All the way up to shoulder height. If you get a little bit ambitious, you can really throw it up there. So you've got hand-to-eye coordination going at the same time. I love this exercise so much. If you keep that going, put a really good playlist on. Keep that going, keep the feet really, really centered, sit bones really centered. Do a whole song, like a 3-minute song, your favorite. Maybe I'll put some suggestions underneath the video. And then you're gonna get your heart rate rising up. So isn't that cool? You can do this without even getting up off your chair. And that's how you're gonna get your heart rate going up. Even better, my friends, if you go from this one to the swing, to the final one. So stay with me for the final. Final is serving the platter. So remember, shoulders back, shoulder blades slide down, core engaged, which means belly button back to the spine, feet are firmly planted, and then I'm serving the platter. So you're serving this up to someone in front of you. Inhale, exhale. And so on. You can keep that going for a little bit, okay? So those are the 3 exercises that I want you to try, and I want to show you a little shoulder stretch just to finish off. So I'm going to get a tea towel here, or a dishcloth. We call them tea towels in England. Thank you, Catherine. All right, and here's what I want you to do. 2 lovely stretches. Let's stretch the arms first, because that's what we've been working. So tea towel behind you. I'll just go sideways so you can see what I'm doing, because not everybody can grab their fingers. Some people can. Good for you if you can. But if you can't, that's what you're going to do. Okay, breathing. Now, the teaching point here is draw your low ribs down. That way you're not overarching that back. That's the main thing that tends to happen in this pose. Low ribs down. Gently draw the shoulder back. 5 deep yoga breaths. And then you switch sides. Okay, so please do that stretch after we've done your little seated workout, okay? Then we'll just go over to one side, stretching the front and the underneath of the shoulder, over to the other side. And then finally, just because we're here and sitting, one of my favorite hip and glute stretches is going to put one foot above the other knee, make sure it's not on the knee joint, a little bit further up the thigh, flex that upper foot and come forward. Okay, now if that's as far as you can come forward, because you're going to really feel it in those glutes and those hips, that's fine. You can come a little further, a little further, a little further, and some of you will come all the way down until your fingers touch the ground. 5 or so breaths, switch sides, and then, my friends, you have a beautiful practice seated in a chair for balance, for cardio, for strength, and for flexibility. Give it a try and let me know how you do. And do check out those kettlebells, because honestly, that could be one of the best investments that you've made for this kind of a workout. Check out all my other videos. I've got other ones which are a little bit more vigorous and non-seated using the kettlebells, and of course all my cooking, DIY, beauty reviews, and the whole 9 yards. Leave your comments, love your comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.